Welcome to Black Love Matters, where their service a therapy session for figuring out adulthood,
loving each other,
and find our Anna Brock and Michelle.
or Jay-Z and Beyonce, or this episode is, y'all know I'm finally watching Empire again. Let's do Cookie and Lucious Lion.
Okay.
Did you see the latest episode?
Yes.
I thought it was good.
It was.
We don't
good.
want to give too much away, but they don't put, I'm going to say Lukey, Cookie down. They done drove the black woman crazy, which I think is a reoccurring theme for black women, caretakers, mothers, aunties, sisters, all the above, right?
Right.
I ain't gonna give too much away, but she got sick, y'all, and all the men in her life started looking plumb and dumb. They said, what we supposed to do now? You sick? How sick is you? We don't know what to do. Even Lucius was speechless. And she had to tell them, I'm worried. They so speechless, they had to call her sisters as reinforcements. To say, tell your sister something what to do because she ain't listening to us.
Tell Cookie to sit her ass down somewhere.
Because we don't know what she's doing. We don't want her to die. And P.S. more even about Cookie is that crooked eye Forrest Whitaker. Crooked nigga, crooked eyes and crooked niggas.
What was his name in Black Panther?
Shuri, old crooked ass. He done stole the vibranium, then came over to Empire and tried to steal vibranium. He tried to steal Empire. Oh, nigga. Empire is getting good, though. But I feel like folks not talking about it as much. But it is getting good. But one thing I will say about Empire, y'all know I'm not there for the storyline of Deja and This Is Us. You know what storyline I am not there for in Empire?
What?
Sorry, spoiler alert. Gabby, what's her name? Becky?
Mm-hmm.
Becky's storyline, y'all. Sorry, again, spoiler alert. Becky allegedly pregnant. Becky needs to stop acting like she's 16. She's a clean 28 to 30-something in this show. If she's any younger, use a lie. Is she acting like she ain't never heard of pregnancy? She didn't realize if she had sex without a condom or protection, she wouldn't get pregnant. Like, just brand new. And just going through motions. Bitch, do you want this baby or no?
Do you want this baby or not?
Yeah, like, just going through all types of ups and downs. And to the point where, I know it's a decision if you're going to keep a child, right?
Mm-hmm.
But basic shit. Should I tell him? Well, bitch, you were in a committed relationship with this dude. Maybe you should. That's just like the lady at the Reed. These not just niggas you talking about with one night stand. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
This is a guy you in a committed relationship with. Her fear was, he's so Holy Ghost. I don't want, him to get offended. Again, is you that easily influenced?
Well, if he's that Holy Ghost, why y'all fucking without being married then?
Hey, come on.
If he's so holier than thou,
come on.
why you fucking?
That's what I'm saying. Like, the storyline just don't make sense. Even the scenes makes me cringe. Like, if I could turn the channel when the scenes hit, I would. Like, even Jamal the GOAT, and I don't mean the greatest of all time, I mean in singing voice. When they're in scenes together, and she'll be like, I don't know, Jamal, I'm so depressed, I don't know what to do. And Jamal was like, I can understand. Like, I'm depressed too. I just shot somebody. Like, it's just not the same weight.
No, it's not.
Like, she's just emotionally lacks intelligence in that area. You keep going back and forth with a man who loves you and cares about you. You're going to carry his child or not. And meanwhile, at the range, you're talking about Empire. We ain't talking the most truthful organization. So, as far as I'm concerned, will that baby down to the office?
Exactly.
Do you know, like, come on. Lucius done killed how many people? Done lost legs, his mind. Cookie done been in jail for 20 years. You think they're going to fire you because you got pregnant? If so, you got a nice lawsuit, mama. What?
Can we just talk about how, spoiler alert, how Lucius pulled that that figurine of God off that figurine of Jesus off.
Yeah, and that's why I knew it was bad acting, because I think
who the fuck wrote that?
What's his name? Lawrence. What's his name? What's his real name?
Who?
Terrence Howard. I almost called him Lawrence. I think he loved the Lord. So for all the saints, that's a hard scene to do. He done pulled the white Jesus off the wall and start cussing the white Jesus out. I said, be careful. And then in one of the later scenes, he's gonna come to Cookie talk about me and Jesus had a real good, firm conversation. No, nigga. That was plaster. Don't confuse yourself on who you talking to at what point. But it is good. So y'all get back into Empire. Because what's his name? Big Daddy.
Mm-hmm.
Big Daddy. What's his real name? I don't even know.
Lee Daniels.
Big Daddy Lee Daniels is kind of showing out. And Cookie and Lucius Cookie and Terrence Howard. No, say the names correctly. Taraji P. Henson and Terrence Howard is acting. I am not here for Gabby, though. Rip that storyline. Either have the fucking baby or don't, sis.
True that.
What do you think? What you think?
I'm not. It's like a teen special.
It's like bad acting too. It's like when the acting come on the screen, I'd be like, "What the hell is this?"
It's like a teen special, and it's like, but you like
grown.
You are A&R of a record company. And you complain.
Get your grown woman on. Put those big panties. Put your Spanx on.
And you're complaining about a baby.
Put your Spanx on.
That wasn't the best storyline.
No, or the timing of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But just the way she talk about it. It ain't like, I always wanted to have a child. I had difficulty to it, or you know what I'm saying? It's just no complexity to it.
Right.
So, sis, do you want this child or not? And there's no judgment either way. I think that's the biggest thing. Like with this show, and Lucius putting niggas in trash can, how's gonna be a judgment because she getting an abortion? What? That just didn't make sense to me. Mm-hmm. Either that or the acting's like, and I don't know if the actors believe it because even the scenes be off. I'm like, can we hurry up? And like, Gabby be trying to cry fake tears. I'm like, what is she doing? She just squint her. I'm like, what the fuck is this? She be slapping them thick hands against, like, it's just too much. Like, she need a friend. She don't need Jamal. She need a black girl to be like, sis, pull it together. Kids, folks, what's it called? Jamal Hakeem, his kid done got stolen. Like, we telling real shit here. Like, yeah, I'm pregnant. I don't know what to do. Bitch, flip a coin. I don't care. Anyway, who is you?
I am Nero.
And I'm Nyambi.
And this is episode 128.
128. Happy Friday, y'all.
What's up, y'all?
Hey.
It's the end of the week.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Lord.
Shout out to all y'all that got jobs and shit.
The cubicle warrior. That was shot. Because it ain't you. Come on. You're no longer a cubicle warrior. I got a job, but I ain't a cubicle warrior.
Right.
I'm a bot store tyrant.
Be sure to leave a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-star rating review.
Come there with them coupons this weekend.
Apple Podcasts and on Stitcher.
I closed. It's my last closing weekend.
So let's go ahead and flip it. So for y'all Stitcher people, go ahead.
Oh, look.
You got to sign up for Stitcher.
Good night.
And you got to leave a review on the desktop because if you do it on the phone app, we ain't going to never see it ever. Oh. And then when you do it on the desktop, you got to click on the email.
Yes.
That's how y'all do it for Stitcher.
Oh, that's it.
Apple Podcast. Hit that search button. Black Love Matters.
Yeah.
You see that logo. Tap on that. Scroll down until you see reviews. Keep scrolling until you see write a review. Go ahead and leave that 5 stars and tell us something nice.
Yeah.
That's all you got to do.
Yeah.
It's like Amazon reviews. We appreciate it. We got a bunch of them. We got like 140-ish, somewhere around there.
Nice.
So we appreciate every single one of y'all.
Yeah, you mean on Apple Podcast? Oh, you said it's like
Apple Podcasts.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like Amazon.
I didn't know what you were saying. Well, no,
it's like Amazon. People.
All right, now.
The coloreds be looking for black podcasts, and they be typing. They be typing.
It's not a lot of us.
It's not a lot of us, and the ones that are on there. So first, it's not a lot of us, but B, there's podcasts on there that came and gone. Mm-hmm. So like they stopped podcasting and things of that sort. So you got to search through all that other stuff to even find one that's going.
Yeah.
So
you would think they would have an algorithm to put forward folks where they put like latest episodes up.
You would think so.
They algorithm what they want.
Yeah, they do.
That's why they got Marky Z up front. Ooh, they had him sweating in them memes. Did y'all see that picture with all them cameras facing him?
Yeah, that was scary.
It's okay, but he got his best suit on. He got his Men's Warehouse vest on, and he went back to his multicultural family, back to Silicon Valley, and that's all that matters. And
True
closed
that.
his damn door. Anyway, my turn?
Yeah.
Near, I think we maybe got a combined check-in.
Okay.
Right? So it's just the right time and the right place. Would you say that, Neil?
Yeah.
The way stuff is happening and how you want stuff to be in divine order and how it's just happening, right?
Yeah.
So I think this idea of being patient and like just me, I love the Lord. So sitting in God's mercy and grace is amazing. So like I said, I guess I'll give y'all a little snippet. I finally get to lead a bot store. Praise ye God. And as far as them Beyonce seats, I'm getting floor seats.
Oh,
look at the Lord. Oh, did you say no? But I have another opportunity that's completely in a different field, completely on a different coast, doing something that I've never done before, and I'm extremely, extremely happy for it. And y'all know the prayer I kept praying, like, Lord, if it's for me, bust down all the windows, make it easy, make it plain, send a pigeon, put it on the TV, send everything, song signs, do it all. Make it plain, Lord. I'm thick. Make it. Help me. And in the opposite, right? Make, if it ain't meant for me, shut all the doors. Make everything hard. Make everything hard to move forward. Let it not work. But when I tell you doors is open, I don't know what to say. this company y'all paying for relocation. I'm getting on out there. But the biggest of them all is, y'all know we went to the house and we took it off the market because it wasn't selling. And then we put it back on the market.
Mm-hmm.
And within what, Nero?
4 days.
Already got an offer. Jesus. And don't worry, we still got all our notes from buying and selling the house. We just want to sell to them.
Right. 4 days.
Before we give y'all, the tips and tricks that we learned and stuff we wish we can do differently. But it don't work out.
And this time around, I did it.
Oh, that's what I was going to let him do his update. But I just, like I said, I don't have much to check in, but just reiterating, like, I don't know who out there need this. Like, I'm past it now. Sometimes it's not about, you can do all the right things and have all the stuff in place, but if it's not the right time,
it ain't gonna work.
It's not gonna work. And the idea that you cannot let timing throw you off. So if it's not now, that doesn't mean it's not later.
Right.
So, and that applies to anything, to jobs, relationships. If you're selling a house, if you're looking to move, if you're doing all that, sometimes you just have to take a step back, right? Mm-hmm. And really ask yourself, or your grand architect or the Lord, whoever you talk to, right? I always say the person you got to know who you're talking to, whenever you're scared, whatever name you call out, that's who you got to go talk to. And really ask for direction and guidance on where you're supposed to be going and how you're supposed to be doing it. But I think that's been my biggest reiteration, the idea of timing. And it's not just about being prepared, but it's about being ready for that timing and open to that and being in that in-between time. I think Von Zant really talks about, what do you do in the in-between time? Mm. So between when shit hitting the fan and you coming through the storm, getting your blessing, that in-between time is the hardest time. It's not really when the shit hit the fan. When the shit hit the fan, it be so many emotions, and that's usually when your support system is strong and people come and checking about you, send the lasagnas. But that in-between time,
where ain't nobody checking in
when
on
niggas
you.
Going back to work and they got their own shit, they like Becky on Empire and got pregnant.
And they stop worrying about you.
They stop worrying about you.
Phone calls stop coming in.
Everything stop. And it ain't nothing but you and your Lord, or maybe the other person that's going through it with you. That's the hardest part. When you feel like you're stagnant and you're not moving forward and you're not making progress, that's the hardest part. And that's what people don't tell you, right? You think it's when the shit hit. That ain't the hardest part. Mm-mm. It's when you in limbo. It's stepping into the unknown. It's waking up every morning and be like, what the heck am I doing? And why am I doing it? And what is the purpose for all this, right? And then that's when thoughts of, hurt, shame, defeat,
negative energy,
depression, anxiety, that's when that stuff builds. Again, I want y'all to notice this. It's not when it hits the fan. When it hits the fan, you usually lit.
Right. You can bounce back. You're like, oh, shit, this is going on. Let me go ahead and do it.
Yeah, but it's when it's like, oh, well, you just got to wait for this. What? Well, how long, Lord? Until I say. Is that an hour, a minute, a month, a week, a year? 2 years?
And then one of the other things I just want to add is that especially when you're going through shit, like all you really need is one big break, one thing to turn the whole trajectory all the way around.
Absolutely.
It's almost like playing ping pong. Like the shit hit the fan, ping pong.
Okay.
Loving ping pong. Okay. It's like when the shit hit the fan, it'll bounce your ass one way. All you need is one more hit to bounce you back right.
Yeah.
And go you somewhere else different.
Yeah.
And I think for me, that's always the mindset I've had, that you just need one. You just need one thing to go your way, to go right, and a whole bunch of other shit would just change.
It's like Nehemiah always says, I believe the Lord, the universe is conspiring to work for you. When you're walking in your purpose and you're, as I say, putting your spiritual ears on, because that's really what I had to do this year. I think this has been my life lesson for the last year and a half, is really fine-tuning my spiritual connection. Because as you know, I love the Lord, but as you know, I walk a crooked path. But I really had to fine-tune my purpose in listening to what my plan is supposed to be, right? Mm-hmm. Because I had my own plan.
Yeah.
And this direction I'm going in was nothing about that.
The funniest, the quickest way to make God laugh,
I feel like
make a plan.
He was cracking up at Nehemiah and Nyambi all last year. They were like, look at these fools. Nyam, take your ass back to box store. Who told you to leave?
Who told you to go to that job? It wasn't a good fit.
Exactly. Like, even with that job, I just wanted to make a change. I just wanted to get out the box store. Like, I just wanted a change of environment. I wanted something, symbols of liberation, right? Mm-hmm. I worked all these years in school to get all this reference. I don't want to be at the box store no more. Give me a job with a cubicle. I want a chair. I don't even got no chair at the box store.
Damn.
What you standing for? What you sitting for? I mean, I guess we got a little room in the back. But I can't sit back there more than 40 minutes. They be like, well, what you doing?
Right.
Who watching the front?
Come approve these coupons.
Cool, I'm approve these coupons. So I think that's just my biggest message to y'all, like, you know, for this Friday check-in. I don't know who going through it because I know somebody is. I just wished, you know, Niram told this to me, but sometimes you need other folks that's not as close to you to speak this life into you, to be like, you just have to hold on. Right?
Yeah.
You just have to make it to the other side, because there's so many folks who don't make it to the other side and give up, and be persistent and be willing to change and do something different. Right? So if it's a little inkling in the back of your head, like, well, let me try this. Let me see what happens. Because even with this new job, you know, once I can, I'll give y'all more details. I applied for this on a whim. Literally, I think I seen a commercial or a sign and was like, oh, that's cute. Let me apply
for that. Let's see if they got any jobs there.
Yeah. And that's what I'm talking about, spiritual ears and spiritual eyes and being open to what the universe is bringing to you. No telling how many times that done been brought to my attention, right?
Right.
So just being grateful in that. And I think one of my other resources that I really use is, you know, this idea of using praise as your weapon, right? Right? So I think sometimes when you in the slums and you're mad and you're upset, that energy feeds off. But really trying to be aware and flipping those instances almost constantly. Does that make sense? Like, no, because of this happened, right? Even I think about with your job.
Yeah.
When you told me that, I was like, well, this seems good. I guess this happened for a reason.
And that's the thing, like what they say, 99% of like what happens in your life is you reacting to what's happening. Yeah. And then, you know, at that point, you know, I could have, you know, flipped out, could have did whatever.
Because it's like, come on. We're trying to make this jump, right? First of all, I'm making a career jump. We're trying to sell a house. We're moving from coast to coast. Like, it's just a lot of still moving parts that we're unsure of. Right. And not only moving parts, but expensive parts. We're not talking about moving down the street. We're talking about moving thousands and thousands of miles away. And how do we balance, if we had to, a mortgage here and rent
somewhere else?
Yeah. And then Niram coming to me, I don't got no job now. I was like, well, wait a minute. Something got to give. But I just had to come speak that word and that light and know that he's working. But I know that in between time is the hardest, y'all. And sitting with it, that'd be the hardest part.
Yeah. And I really just think it's really all about patience. Like, it's really mindset and patience and knowing that this storm is here and you got to weather it. Yeah. And you don't know when it's going to happen, but all you really just need is one break. And you got to be persistent and consistent. Yeah. And the resistance of the storm.
Yeah. And also, in the other mind frame is preparing for a storm. So everyone has their trials and tribulations. So when it hits, knowing like, okay, this is just my turn. And if I just navigate through it, stay strong, faithful, surround myself with good people, good energy, I'm going to make it through. Because I think, you know, I always knew bad things would happen. But I was just like, for some reason in my head, I was like, well, let it go quickly. Right. It was never in my head like, all right, this is just your turn. Yeah. It's just your turn.
It's your turn. Because the thing is,
no shade, no personal, but it's just your turn.
Everybody goes through shit.
Something.
And it just depends on what it is. But nobody's excluded from this.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think that's just my overall check-in, that I am too happy that the Lord is real. He is working. As I told my friends, the Lord is handing out blessings. So if you want anything, I suggest it's a good time to ask, because he's in the neighborhood. Because he's just handing them out now. What would you like? Here you go. It's like, I think there was maybe about 10, 20 episodes ago, I was talking about Christmas praise. The Lord is handing out Christmas blessings.
Because Nyambi was out here just doing all types of Christmas praises.
I just break out and praise. And Miriam, when stuff started happening, Miriam would give me good news. I said, hold on, I got to go pray. He's like, what?
So where you going?
I said, I got to go pray. I got to go talk to the Lord.
Don't talk to me for 20 minutes. I said, where'd she go?
To pray, to talk to the Lord.
And then Nyambi gone.
Yeah. Then I got to come back.
And then, okay, I'm back.
Because it's true. Y'all remember I talked about that Christmas praise? You know, you got a pretty praise when you're in church, right? When you're looking cute and, yes, thank you, Jesus, thank you, Jesus. But you got to think about Christmas when you ought to give something to the tree, right? I think I've said this before. And you're like, oh, thank you, Mama, I appreciate this. You know, when you get things from the Lord, thank you, Lord, I appreciate this. I know I prayed for this. It's amazing. But then Mama be like, go outside.
What?
Go outside.
What's outside?
What's outside? And you see something with a big old red bow on it. And you can't say thank you, Mama. You just start shouting. Ah! That's the type of blessing the Lord had. That's what the Lords do. That's what the Lord want a Christmas praise. When Lord starts doing, when he gave me this offer, I said, wait a minute, I ain't know it was out there. I ain't know you had something outside. You got something outside for me? So it's these ideas, these Christmas praise and these Christmas blessings. And all I like to tell people, whatever you thought was outside is bigger. Jesus, whoop, I'm about to shout right now. Go run. Go run. Because a lot of folks is just thanking the Lord now for the gifts under the tree. But you see, Nyambi got to thank him for the present outside. Because I know what's about to come. Ooh, come on. Come on. I love the Lord, honey. Amen. I need it on the record. That might be on my, whatchamacallit, her tombstone. She loved the Lord.
She loved the Lord. Nyambis.
What?
With an S. She loved the Lord.
I loved him.
But it was, it's a lot. It's a lot
Yeah.
of shit to go through. We both lost our jobs on the same day.
We done lost so many jobs.
We done applied for jobs and get them. Niggas had to go.
We done got up. They done said no thank you.
Right.
They done said maybe.
Niggas done had to go into retirement,
Yeah.
401ks, tap that shit out to keep the house afloat.
Yeah.
Put the house on the market one time. It didn't sell.
Yeah.
And that bitch was on the market for a long time.
For a
too.
long time. Jesus.
It didn't sell.
To the point where I was like, is this house ready? I said, did I miss something?
So, and I really just think it's all about timing, but it's really also about like the world conspiring to be like, all right, this
now
is
it's
time.
time. Now this is the move we're making.
Like even that, we went like traditional route, got a real estate agent and did all that stuff. And I was like, well,
Hell,
I'm a marketing communications genius.
Oh my God, these are genius.
Yes.
Okay.
I got a big, sometimes you got to pat your own self on the back.
Hey.
I'm a marketing communications genius.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can market a company, a startup.
Why can't I market my own
Why
house?
can't I market my own house? Voila, website up. I go through all the stuff, getting shit up. Next thing you know, we didn't have more showings this week than we ever had with
all together.
with the other real estate agent.
Yeah.
Doing it by myself.
Yeah.
So it just really shows that, the world conspires to make shit happen when it really wants to.
Yeah.
And you really got to be prepared for it.
Mm-hmm.
And, we going through shit like, oh, shit, we need a
closing attorney.
We need an attorney.
We're going to get it, but we're going to look into it this weekend because we didn't think we were going to get offers
right.
a week.
And we didn't think we was going to get offers 4 days after it being on the market.
Yeah. Child.
Shit.
We emailed attorneys last week like, hey, girl.
Last night.
Are you free?
Would you like free money?
Yes. We just need somebody with a degree to look over this.
Can you look over this paperwork?
Yeah.
Because we didn't think we was going to get an offer 4 days later.
Yeah, exactly.
Like the people came in. It's like, I said, she texted me like, can you send me an email? I said, for what?
Mm-hmm.
I sent you something. What you sent me?
Yeah, that's why we was chilling, watching. Well, no, I was on the phone actually with my mom.
Nyambis.
Yeah.
We got an offer.
Yeah, and shout out to my godmom, who's a real estate agent. Different state. Miriam said she put on her glasses. She said, send it to me. It's 11:30 p.m. at night. She said, send it to me right now.
You know how, when old folks or older folks about to get into their shit.
What?
It's because they put on them glasses.
She went upstairs to go get them.
She said, hold on, let me go put on my glasses for this. We was on FaceTime. FaceTime of her, all this other stuff. I said, godmama, we got an offer. Can you mind send me the contract, send me the offer.
Yeah.
I go back, I send it to her. Let me go get my glasses, baby. Hold on. I said, oh, this is serious. He got to go put the glasses on.
Come on.
So, I really think it's, it's staying consistent and persistent. Waiting it out or just being patient. Yeah. Like a lot of things, like especially now in this popcorn social media where we want everything fast. And sometimes real change don't happen instantly. Yeah. Especially within yourself. Like real change don't happen instantly. So you gotta wait. You gotta be patient.
Yeah. So I think that's just our check-in. Just being completely transparent with y'all, what's going on. As far as like the move and all those details, as we get closer, we'll give you more information, just trying to be strategic with that. But as far as like the house selling process, as soon as we get it sold and we close and all that, we probably have a good 2 or 3 episodes dedicated to the entire process. Like I think the idea of buying a house, so what happens when you try to sell a house and you can't sell a house, and then also what we did when we was actually sold the house.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, those episodes are still coming. They still brewing. We know some folks are really interested in that, and I do got tips. Like even from this time, selling like, oh, we probably should have did this.
Yeah. Why
didn't we do this? So that's what we'll have that in store for y'all because we're gonna share the wealth and all the stuff that we don't learn.
Right. Because when we learn, y'all learn.
Yep, absolutely.
Yes.
You got any other check-ins? It don't have to be just about this, Nero. You know, this was just my use your praise your way.
Something is brewing on the Black Love Matters
What?
side.
What?
Something is a brewing.
Oh, it is a brewing. I thought you was about to tell a secret.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, something's brewing, y'all. Okay. I can't say nothing right now.
Oh Lord, I don't even know the secret.
But
and I live here.
Something's brewing. Y'all might actually get y'all prayers might be answered.
Oh my Lord.
So that's all I got.
Okay.
Y'all prayers might be mess around to be answered.
Nice.
Yeah, we're gonna go into pillow talk. What we got?
Absolutely. The first thing I wanted to talk about was Mariah Carey, Mimi. So Mimi done came out that she's battling with bipolar disorder for nearly 2 decades. This is from Blavity, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
In a recent interview with People magazine, Mariah Carey opens up about her first time battling with bipolar disorder. The award-winning superstar revealed that she was diagnosed with bipolar disorder in 2001 after being hospitalized for a physical and mental breakdown. Despite the diagnosis, Mariah says she lived in denial. I didn't want to believe it, she told People. It wasn't until recently hitting a rough patch with the singer-songwriter she finally decided to seek treatment. Until recently, I lived in denial and isolation and in constant fear someone would expose me, she said. It was too heavy of a burden to carry, and I simply couldn't do it anymore. I sought and received treatment. I put positive people around me and got back to doing what I love doing, writing songs and making music. They said Mimi is now in therapy and taking medication for the bipolar 2 disorder. The disorder, for folks who don't know, bipolar disorder involves episodes or periods of depression as well as kind of hypomania, which is less severe than the mania associated with bipolar 1 disorder. So it's levels to it. So she bipolar 2.
Mm-hmm.
But it still causes irritability, sleeplessness, hyperactivity. The National Institute of Mental Health say that about 4% of U.S. adults 18 or older experience some form of bipolar disorder in their lifetime. Come to the front of the congregation, Mimi. First of all,
you gotta shake it off.
Let's get the jokes out first. We knew this, right?
Shake.
I forgot who said. They said we knew when she asked for that tea in the middle of the performance.
Can I have some tea, please?
Look, ma'am, you're on live television.
Tea? Where's my tea? Ma'am. I asked them for some tea.
Ma'am, you're on live television.
Tea. T-E-E.
Well, that's the funny thing, right? I think that's the funny thing. We're like, oh, well, Mimi, we always knew.
Right. You were special.
Right. We already knew you were unique. We always knew that you had different needs and think differently. But no shade. I think y'all creatives always got a tinge of something.
Well,
shade,
yes.
But no shade. Not just Mariah. I'm talking including Nerum too.
Well, that's what I said.
Like all creatives have a tinge of
most of the people who are creators have like this juxtaposition within them.
Yeah.
Like the contradiction of good versus evil or traditionalist versus innovation. There's always some type of contradiction within those types of creators, and that's what makes them polarizing. Is that
even look at Marky Z. Look in his eyes at that Congress thing. Something was going on in his eyes.
Yes.
No.
He was on a couple Adderall.
He was like, "What's wrong with Marky Z?" So I think shade, but no shade to all y'all creatives. I think creatives have something. Or I don't want to say more susceptible, but something. I don't know. It seems cultivated. It's something. I can't put the words to it, Naomi. I'm just speaking my heart, right? Mm-hmm. But then you add on to that the trauma of being Black in America. You compounding some shit, right? It ain't like these in isolation where, I'm just a creative. I'm really passionate about my work. Maybe a family history of it, and that type of stuff. So imagine having that and being Black and being a woman. And sometimes in our community, we gotta speak the truth and shame the devil. There's stigma when it comes to mental health. So the stigma is 1, you can't tell nobody, and 2, you can't even get no treatment.
Right.
So the stigma ain't even like, well, don't tell nobody, but head to the doctor, sis. Just don't tell them you're on medication. Like, It's not that. It's don't tell nobody and don't go seek help. Just seek the Lord.
Right.
Which I think seeking the Lord is a fraction of the treatment.
A fraction,
probably 24%. Of the treatment, right? Going to the Lord, asking for discernment, guidance to help you find the doctor, resources, and medication to get you right. That's a part of the plan, right? Mm-hmm. Helping you seek deeper to maybe figure out what your triggers are, right? To help you navigate through some of the tough spots. or to help you when you having like more of these mania episodes and you're really protected, to help direct that energy into a positive space, right? But when you're suffering from a mental illness, you have to seek professional help.
Yeah, you do.
Like, you know, I know, like I said, we got the little tease not the way. It's me, right? Okay, Mariah, she extra to begin with. But real talk. Mariah Carey, who's a superstar, who has the funds and the means to do this all discreetly, was scared for 20 years. Mariah had the means and the resources to do all this undercover.
Right.
And we never would have knew. Right? But it was something intuitively in her that was like, I'm not supposed to do this. And again, I love my people, but I'm bringing my people to the front of the congregation. I don't think it was her white side that told her not to do it.
She just punched me in the throat.
What? I don't think it was the white side of her family who told her not to do it.
Woo. Didn't I be snatch y'all edges?
No, I'm just being truthful. God. It was not white mom or white daddy or white auntie or white uncle was like, Mimi, don't do it. It was Nana and them. It was Amy who told you just to get your shit together. You know what they done told her? You know that fame? You know Mimi always been this fame. The fame is the drug, right?
The fame will get you.
Yeah, so they said that's the fame. You need to get centered. You need to get with the Lord. You need to, blah, blah, blah. So I think what Mariah did was brave. We think it's new? No. But I'm glad that she's getting the help she deserves. And hopefully by Mimi coming forth to the forefront, more folks can be like, oh, maybe a therapist would be good. Maybe talking to a doctor would be good. Maybe taking some medication would be good. Maybe taking vitamin D would be good. St. John's Wort. Something.
Because I love me a good St. John's Wort.
Or even I think in the article, Mimi went on to say, like, I just thought I had a severe sleeping disorder. Well, you still have to go to the doctor for that. You have to sleep. Sleeping is real. Just like God is real. Sleeping is real. You can't live without sleep.
I'm going to put that on a t-shirt.
What you mean?
Sleeping is real.
Yeah, sleeping is real. Like you're not supposed to go days without sleeping, without some type of mental implications.
Sleeping is
what
real.
I'm just telling you what it is. Baby. And then we didn't even talk about Mariah done went through a divorce with Nick Cannon. And, as much as we kikied about that,
right.
I believe they really loved each other, right? So that's devastating.
Maybe she had a little postpartum with them kids.
She had them 2 children, twins, later in life, right? Traumatic. We just talked about that woman at the Rio who had a traumatic pregnancy. We don't know what her pregnancy was like. We don't know if she had any postpartum. So again, we just compounding traumas on traumas. And then also, then she got married with this guy, and everybody... Again, in our head, we was like, Mariah, why are you marrying him 3 weeks after you left Nick? And then we was like, well, he's a billionaire. Okay, maybe. But like all these are traumas. Maybe, not poor people, not poverty traumas, but her traumas. So I thought it was brave. And I think a lot more of us are suffering from it than we admitted to. And we need to be brave enough to go get some help from it. That's it. You have to be willing to get help from it. Your thoughts on it?
I think you answered everything I had to say,
Whatever.
But I think I'm done. It really goes back to self-care, y'all. And just know that, what they say, vanity is not vain. Taking care of yourself, you need to.
Yeah. And being...
but go ahead.
I said, it's something about being able to openly discuss this. Like, it's a whole set of topics that us as a community have to get over. Mental health is one. Money is one. Like, it's just stuff we have to get over.
And the thing is,
sexuality,
the more we speak about it, the more that power is taken away.
Yeah.
And I think, it's hard because we want to have these facades. The black culture is already something else. We got to have this facade like we good. Everything's money. We got to have the fashions and all these.
We do make this shit look good.
We do.
Yeah.
But when shit really hitting the fan, like, ain't no facade gonna do it. And I think that's something that people need to work on. And I think sometimes, even when, we're talking to Naomi and going through this stuff, when people ask me how, I'm like, fucked up. This is what's going on. And Naomi's like, damn, you just told them that?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes people need to know.
Yeah. You just want me to hold back? Like, no.
For their benefit of their feelings.
Right. No. This is what's going on. This is fucked up. And this is why... it's times where I'll be at a party and if somebody I don't like, I'll be like, I don't like you. Have a nice day.
Yeah.
So, but that's the thing. Like, we have to be in our truths.
Yeah.
Truths with an S.
Yeah.
But we have to be. Because if not, like, you go so long about just playing in the facade that when you one day you're gonna look in the mirror and not know who the fuck you are.
Yeah. Shout out to Mimi. I think it's good. And the Von Zion, I haven't watched the latest Von Zion episode. She brings something to the front of the congregation that black folks don't talk about a lot.
What?
Child on child molestation. Come on. When the community talk about that? It has to happen or not happen. I ain't seen the whole episode, but I seen the peak on YouTube. I said, oh, Von Zion is speaking some truths. So I think this reoccurring thing is having the ability to just have conversations. It don't put stigmas on it and bringing it and making sure we're taking care of ourselves, right? Shout out to Mimi and to all the folks out there who's, navigating life and surviving with these different, mental disorders. It's all right.
It is.
We still love you, but you got to take care of yourself.
I feel like now is the time that if we was on like OWN or VH1 something, they'll insert that. If you know someone who's having, please call. Or what's it called, halfofus.com or something like that. So.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my god.
I ain't gonna say all that, but
it's true. Like,
go get yourself checked out. Yeah.
If anything, Neriman Nyambi, I talk a lot of shit, I tease people, but when it comes to mental health, take care of yourself. If you got family members who shame you, email Neriman Nyambi. Go to the damn doctor.
Right.
Damn. It makes me upset about stuff like that. And I'm getting better at it with my family. Have you noticed? And I would say my family's pretty open and transparent. Like, I come from a very unboundary family, and it's not much you can really say to shake them. Even my 85-year-old grandfather, I can go to him with something crazy, and he'd be like, well, that's good. But, some of the stuff they say, I had to nip it in the bud. They be like, I only want positivity around me. I got to let you go. Right. You notice what I do with my mom? And she'd be like, wait a damn minute. Like, to the point where they shifting their energy around me. Have you noticed that? Yeah. Mama, you noticed that? My mama get to going. I'm like, I can't because the Lord is blessing me.
I don't want no negative energy.
I can't do it, right? If it ain't about lifting somebody up, I can't. If it's something I don't like, I don't got nothing to say to them. So, it's really about standing firm in that. And know that y'all not alone in it. Because that's the other thing about the situation. Our check-in earlier. Isolation is real, too. Isolation is a symptom of so many things that we have to be aware of. And I think folks in our community, when we going through something, unsure of something, don't know how to move, we isolate the person in the community. And we have to stop that. Like, that's the first signal and trigger of everything. If you find yourself isolating yourself, and I ain't talking about our introverts in there who just need to be alone, quiet meditation and prayer, reading a book. Y'all know what isolation is. If you're isolating yourself, that's a symptom to something. Ask for help, reach out, do something, send a tweet, send an email, say something, because that isolation is a monster. Yeah. We need to have a whole episode on isolation. Because that's when that's when the enemy wants you alone, right?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Nope.
And I'm just going to be straight up.
Be the preaching episode.
We got to change the title to the preaching episode. But, to be open and transparent, y'all know I've talked about this a lot. Like, my brother committed suicide when I was 10.
Yeah.
And as, growing up, I saw that as a viable aspect of life as well.
Eventually, you just going to die. That you're going to kill yourself. Yeah.
That eventually
somebody around you who love you.
Either growing up in Detroit, I'm going to die. Yeah. I'm going to get killed or I'm going to kill myself.
Come. And it ain't real stuff. Oh my God.
And it really wasn't until I started to go to therapy and talk to counselors and things of that sort that I found out that's not the option.
Come.
But for a long period of my time, I would say from 10 to at least
10 babies. And y'all got babies.
10 to at least 23. Probably even a little bit longer than that. 10 from 23. For me, the options was either I was going to get killed by somebody or I was going to kill myself.
Jesus. And imagine how many other black young men think that, and we wonder why they're not interested in going to school or what they're going to do in their future. They don't think they got a future.
Right.
What future? I'm living for now. All I got is 10 more years. That's mental health, right? These are the conversations we have to have with our community. These are the things we have to bring to the forefront. Mm-hmm. We have to tell the truth and shame the devil.
We got to.
Because it's real. And if you don't know, and we only saying it because we know it.
Right.
We ain't make it up. We ain't read no book. I ain't do no article. This is life. Come on. Don't make me go pray real quick.
You need me to pause the podcast?
No, don't make it. I believe in doing. What was that? What movie was that? No, it wasn't praying. That was The Secret Life of Bees. What was it, May or June? They're like, go to the weeping wall, June. I'm June. Go to the prayer room, Nyambi.
Go to the prayer room.
I already see me when I get older. I'm telling my kids, stop that thought right there. I got to get on my knees. Because I done told people. I told my mama that. She was calling me. I said, I got to go. You can call Nerum, but I need to pray right now. And my mom was like, okay.
Let me tell you this. Nyambi.
This is my new weapon. Prayer is my weapon.
One day, I went to go ask Nyambi a question.
Yeah.
And Nyambi was just sitting on the bed, like not still, like had her headphones on. Because I had called her a couple times.
Yeah. When I'm in my zone, I put on my noise-canceling headphones. Ain't nothing but nobody getting in the way.
So I go up to the room, and she's just sitting there. I'm like, she in a fucking trance?
Yeah.
So I knock on the door and shit. I'm not going up in there, her ass fucking around and take me out. I'm knocking on the door. Nobbies. Babe. Oh, hello, Nero. What? Were you saying something? What the fuck you got going on? You in a fucking No, baby, I was just praying. And, shit. I've been trying to get your attention for 15 minutes. I done forgot the question I was about to ask you.
One important. I'm telling you, you got to use your praise as your weapon.
Yeah.
So, but I want to, it's Black Love Matter. So we give you the good, bad, and ugly. We kind of know. Mm-hmm. But we thank you, sis, right? We thank you for being such a legend, right? And who you are. And I do believe by Mariah coming forward with this, there are going to be other folks that's like, well, if Mariah can do it and tiptoe across this stage on New Year's Eve, right, and all the stuff Mariah do and be like, hey, sis, I just needed some help. I'm good now. I'm about to go make a record. We can do it too. Mm-hmm. Right? Yeah. And I encourage y'all to do it too. Everybody got their struggle. Everybody got a past. Everybody got everybody got some form of mental health, right? It's a spectrum. Just like they talk about autism. Yeah. I think mental health or mental health disorders everybody got a tinge of it. Mm-hmm. Like it's Absolutely. Just a spectrum, right? Some people can, navigate through it or, live with it or mediate the symptoms through just being home with their own folks, right? Through just prayer, right? But sometimes you need more. And that's okay. And being okay with this triage treatment. And knowing that depending on what point in your life, you might need more or less. Right. I think it's the other thing that folks think it just goes away.
It don't.
And it just disappears. No, I think it just goes, what's it called? Dormant.
Dormant, yeah.
And then triggers in life and other stuff, hormonal implants, all that stuff. Right. The enemy, triggers it.
Bad acne.
Triggers it and it comes back up. So I know we're hounding on this, but we need to make this a topic that we're okay talking about. We encourage y'all with y'all partners and y'all friends, talk about some mental health this weekend. Yeah. Talk about it.
Talk about some shit that makes you uncomfortable.
Yeah. Yeah. All righty. Next pillow talk. What time is it? We're going to keep it.
We like 40. I think it's like long episodes anyway.
Okay. Look, speaking of mental health and matters in the Black community, let's make this a little lighter. Jesus, we done got heavy. This Tristan, I almost said Walker. He the one who did Bevel. That ain't Walker. I done started a new rumor. Tristan Thompson, that's his name. Yeah. The basketball player. Mm-hmm. And is cheating on Chloe.
What? Was that nigga getting head?
Let me put my glasses down.
Oh.
Look, listen.
Oh, that's the glasses.
Chloe, come to the front. Fuck this nigga. I feel a little bad for her. Because this is disrespectful. And I know people come for the Kardashians. And I know. Mm-hmm. They made their life off of entertainment, people. I get that. But don't nobody deserve to be cheating on TMZ in the front of everybody. Do it surprise me? No.
Because that's how you did his last baby
empathy.
Mama.
I know. I want to have empathy for her on both sides, right? Because I know all the Bell Hooks supporters was like, how you get them?
How you lose them.
But no one deserves this. And do we really know that? Have we confirmed that Chloe stole this? It's a little hard for me to believe, and I know the sisters might get me. It's a little hard for me to believe that Chloe swooped in and was like, I'm stealing your man. Especially after she done went through with her other Black nigga. It's just hard for me to be like, for her to try to get that type of juju and karma on her life. Because this, like I said, the Kardashians are many things, but dumb and broke is not two of those. And I don't think she would be that dumb to be like, yeah, I want, of all the niggas in the world, of all the Black penises available, to be like, I want this Black penis.
Nyami, I'm going to just disagree because if
if
Kofi came up in this bitch and said, Nyami, you the one, you be like, bye-bye, Nirms.
Look, he got a wife.
Right.
It's okay. He said he loved me.
He loved me.
Well, I got a friend who say somebody is Checking for them on.
So I don't have to.
Think?
If Kofi came and said, "You the one, boo. Come on," and you say, "What about Nair?" and he say, "Fuck that nigga," you be trying to break it up. Nair, I'm sorry.
On the podcast, have a goodbye farewell episode.
Look, you be stuttering
and then
just
me
like
and Kofi have an episode.
Right.
A new podcast come out the following week.
And you be stuttering just like my motherfucking boss.
Because Mercury is still in retrograde.
I'm sorry. I mean, can we?
I'm so sorry. Here a check.
Right.
Don't tell Kofi.
Don't. So
you don't know I gave this to you.
So I'm gonna have to if Kofi came.
But I'm poor.
Yeah, I know you poor, but
Chloe not poor, right?
No, Chloe not poor, but
she's
Kofi
not
rich.
Poor, and she's not lacking a support system. Mm-hmm. That's why I'm saying.
Well, you know, OJ her daddy, so she might have some type of things going on with that.
OJ's not her daddy. Why y'all niggas keep trying to do that? Just because, no, I'm not falling for that trap. I'm not taking up for the Kardashians. I'm really not. But y'all niggas do be on them.
You know, I'm trolling, but
y'all niggas do troll the Kardashians a lot. And some stuff do deserve trolling, like Kim Kardashian and her Bo Derek braids. But I'm just not sure if this situation is means for trolling. But Tristan wrong. And that's why I'm not going to get distracted. I'm going to get on his ass for a minute. This is allegedly. This is the second time he done did this shit. So if he did go with Chloe, right? And she messed, he was still with his, whatever it was. So this is a habit for this nigga? To just leave his women or baby mamas or whatever it is while they 1,000 months pregnant and go find somebody else who looks similar to them?
Yes.
What the hell is that about?
Because niggas like, I'm not getting no pussy. Shit.
I find that hard to believe.
Look, I ain't getting no pussy.
Again, all my girlfriends that have had children be like, it get to another level. On the hormones, the sets, the slippery, drip, dry, all of that's working in pregnancy.
Slippery.
Yes.
Excuse me.
Okay, so I'm going to step in again and say, I don't know if sex is a problem with pregnancy.
Look,
maybe you can't get the positions you want, but as far as sex, I don't think that's a problem.
Look, Naomi, I know tons of niggas that are that have bounced on pregnant baby mamas.
Oh my God, they're trash. Oh my God.
And just to be like,
oh, because they do. As I said, usually it's the opposite. It's not the woman who don't want to have the sex. It's the man who feels uncomfortable having freak nasty sex while the woman's pregnant. That's another episode too. Mm-hmm. It ain't the. I tell you for a fact, I can have at least 5 people in my head who will come testify to this under oath. That was the best sex of their life while they were pregnant.
Oh, really?
Yes, absolutely. Okay. So, Neram, try again.
But I know a bunch of niggas that be like, I don't
no,
care.
Thank you. I don't want my penis to hit the baby in the head.
Not even
that. That's not how it works.
She pregnant.
That's not how it works.
She pregnant. She want all this pain, but you know what? I'm not even attracted to her no more.
Really? But you know what? Tell the truth. That's not something men talk about. We need to have a whole episode on this. But then flip side, you got the man who can't wait.
Right.
Who love a good belly. It is a rub on it. That's true.
But on some real
shit, is that a
though.
stigma who men who say maybe they're not as attractive to their pregnant wife? I wonder why. You would think it's a science both ways to it. So you would think by you being attracted to a woman that you've impregnated, right, would be some type of primal attraction.
No.
But if you don't think you do, come on.
But you know,
mommy's baby, daddy's maybe. I don't. Ooh,
but
it's a different episode we get into that I didn't want to. I was just talking about cheating, but now I'm talking about.
But like primarily, there's no connection. Between the baby and the father. Because
in the woods, they just leave their ass.
Yes.
Ooh.
And, and primarily, our job is just to go out and
impregnate you.
And impregnate as many people as we want to.
Throw you some food and call it a day.
So once you get you pregnant.
Oh, I did my job.
I see you. Bye-bye. Things change.
Even dogs be fuck niggas.
Things change. So by seeing this nigga doing, I'm not surprised. Because we actually going against evolution.
Oh! Neram, don't. See, now you about to have these Hotep niggas.
I'm just saying, no.
Now these Hotep niggas about to stand for Neram. Because Hotep niggas going to be like, this against our intuition. Us as humans. Ooh, them Hoteps. Don't y'all come on our Twitter talking that shit.
But it is, though.
Yeah.
And, and I know niggas going to come for me and say, Neram, you talking that fuck shit. But
yeah, don't worry. I'm coming for them.
But it really is. It's really against evolution. And these niggas be out here just trying to impregnate
now cheating ass niggas going to be like, it's against evolution. Darwin.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Oh, Neram. Don't you know, get a Hotep.
And the thing is, I'm really dumbing it down. So don't y'all this is at like the dumbest of the down.
Yeah.
Thing.
Kitchen table talk.
Like this is Uncle Junebug talking and we talking shit.
It's kitchen table talk.
But like unrealistic though.
Yeah.
It is
the thing. If we're talking about evolution and if we consider ourselves animals because we're mammals and we get to the prime our innate energy, who we are, it is. to procreate. Men's job is to procreate.
It's to bust nuts and leave.
Yeah.
So
and women's job is to nurture and take care of children. Yeah. But yeah, you're not lying about that.
So when I see this shit, and from hearing from other dudes who got baby mamas and shit like that.
That's like the man on Vanza who had 28 kids that had on baby dolls. I still watch that show every now and then. When she starts stacking up them children. I said,
28 kids, goddamn. But that's the thing. Like when you talk to those niggas and they be like, well, I got her pregnant. And as soon as he find out that she pregnant, it's like something go off in his head.
Yeah.
And be like, I'm gone.
Yeah. Dang.
It's almost like being in solitary confinement. You know, that's why they call it the bing. Because like after 31 days or 33 days, like something in your brain go bing. And then it's all fucked up. I think it's the same thing with some of these niggas out here. Everything can go good. They chilling. They got a little boo thing. But soon pregnancy happen, bing.
Is that why Becky was so protective on Empire?
Probably.
But Jay Papa I wouldn't be here.
Right.
So niggas do it. I think also getting back to cheat. I didn't know we was gonna go on that tangent. Mm-hmm. But I think mine. I was more respect about the disrespect and how open it was. Mm-hmm. It was open enough for TMZ to get a clear ass 1080 picture of it.
God damn.
4K picture. It wasn't even blurry.
Head? Was he getting head or hand jobs? What the fuck was it?
And who was Sis? Sis, I see you too. You know what it is. Usually I don't get on the other side of the woman, but this is a very popular man with a very person who in a very public relationship, Sis. So I don't want to hear. I ain't know he had nobody.
That nigga should have went to Sanctum. What? No cell phones.
He could at least went to the hotel room. Like that's what I'm talking about on the level. No discretion, right? Mm-hmm. This is not alleged, a rumor. We ain't just see someone coming out of a hotel room where he can be like, oh baby, that's what it was. I at least want to respect. You know what I'm saying? Something. Mm-hmm. When it's a level of disrespect, when you out there in public like that, motorboating, kissing. Nigga, I don't even do that with Niram when we've been together for a decade. We're not motorboating in public.
I can barely get her to hold my hand in public.
Shut up, Niram. I do hold your hand. But like it's levels of disrespect to this. Cheatation is not good. If you do not have a relationship where you agree that you can be either emotionally or sexually or physically in contact with another person, you are in a monogamous relationship. And a part of that is not giving yourself emotionally or physically to anyone else. So that agreement's been made. And you go out and do it in front of the hotel closed caption camera.
God dang.
Like I want an explanation. The only explanation better be old. And it better be at least a year or so old. That's the only thing I want to hear.
But you know TMZ gonna have some timestamps. Like, actually.
Or better yet, I pray that he went to her before it hit. Mm-hmm. I pray. Yeah,
you would hope so.
And like I said, you know, the rumor is that this is the same thing that he did to his previous baby mother. And if so, this nigga got a trend. And Chloe, did you know? That ain't right either. You know, I don't like to put that karma on people. Like I like to not, you know, intend. I like to hope that he could have been a lying nigga and been like, oh, we broke it off. This is what's going on, and he could have been lying. Mm-hmm. But Tristan, this is not good for you. Your karma's gonna be really rough, bro. Be careful. Be careful in these streets, cause you're running rampant.
Yeah.
It's disrespectful though, and her to be this pregnant, both of them. So for the other mother to be pregnant. Niram.
I done said what I said.
You said I said what I said.
What I said.
And I'll talk about social media a little bit. Like, so I think us as a culture, we're getting a little trained to niggas just being fuck niggas. I think one of the tweets was like, or Instagram post was like, if broke niggas with no money and old and ugly gonna cheat, why would you think a young 27-year-old rich nigga wouldn't? What? What that got to do with anything? You think that's something? What that got to do with anything? Go on over there with that low self-esteem you got. What you talking about? What? I wouldn't like, and I've seen a few people with that. And I wanted to tell like, you have low self-esteem. It's not okay either way.
Right.
Money and power and influence has nothing to do with character and integrity. Cheating has to do with character and integrity. You can't buy Jason. You can't buy class.
Right.
That has nothing to do with it. Get yourself together, sis. Look at yourself in the mirror. What are you projecting? Did your mama not love you? Your daddy not hug you? That's the stuff I don't like to see. It don't got nothing to do with money or status, right? You know, it might make it a little easier. And, well, from this it don't, honey. But that's not an excuse either. It's who you are. It's your character, right? Mm-hmm. And again, if you want to mess around, have plenty of women. It's plenty of women who's down and men who are down for a polyamorous relationship. Mm-hmm. Who won't sister friends or sister, I don't know what they're called, sister girlfriends, brother. It's plenty of people who want that.
Right.
So why do you go see other people who don't want that to then fuck around on them? That's what another conversation. If you want to fuck around, say it. Stop getting in these committed ass relationships and use a fucking form of birth control. We're too old for this. Tristan and Chloe too old. Chloe in her 30s, Tristan late 20s. Come on. Use protection. I don't have no sympathy for that. I'm actually pushing the protection up to like 16 now. Use protection. 16 no longer the teen pregnancy.
No.
So use protection. Stop being stupid.
Yeah, it is kind of stupid.
Stop being stupid, right? If you don't want a child, the thing, when you have sex unprotected, you're asking for one of two things: to die or have a child. Are you prepared for that? Do you trust that person enough to take the chance?
Yeah, all I was asking for was the wet.
No. If you have an unprotected sex in an uncommitted relationship, or even in a committed relationship, you haven't had the discussion, you're making an unspoken commitment that we either gonna die together or we gonna have this child. Is you ready for that? Like, that's what it bare bones come down to.
Yeah, I do.
No?
It is a risk. What they say, 1 in 3? 1
in 3.
God,
it'll bite you and won't let you go. All right. Kitchen table talk, Nero.
As always, to submit a question for Kitchen Table Talk, choose the email at blacklovematters@gmail.com. We got something from my homeboy Red Baron.
Red Baron. Yeah, Red Baron, are you listening to the Lord and creating some type of platform? I don't know what the platform. The Lord ain't told me what platform you need, but I don't know if it's a blog, a website, a newsletter, your own company. Do something.
Yeah, brother. It says, Nir and Nyambi, what are your theme songs?
Ooh.
If you're getting ready for the club,
night out,
or night out, or if it's running, cleaning, working out, what motivates you?
Yeah.
He said, mine is when I go out, I listen to Paramedic from the Black Panther soundtrack.
I don't know who that is. I didn't look it up.
If I need to uplift myself, I listen to Jadena Classic Man.
Jediah.
Long Little Chief.
Yeah, Long Little Chief is a banger.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
And when I'm in the cleaning mode, I do Estelle.
Ooh, American Boy.
He said he also got some SZA, The Weeknd on here.
Yeah.
Those are his
Labyrinth,
examples.
Misbehaving.
Yeah.
The Weeknd. Your life.
Also for the listeners, what motivates you in your life?
Yeah, what's your soundtracks?
Mm-hmm.
Nir, you want to go first?
When I'm going to work, I listen to These Niggas Can't Hold Me Back by Rick Ross.
You know what Nir got me into with Rick Ross? What's it called? It's called Holy Ghost.
Yeah.
Of course it's Holy Ghost.
I play that shit every time before I go into work.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. That's me.
Nah,
What'd you play?
These Niggas Can't Hold Me Back.
What? Even at the
yes,
at the bank.
It don't matter what job I go through.
They don't seem like they holding you back, but okay.
No job I go through, I'm like, these hoes can't hold me back. These niggas can't hold me back because I want them enough. I want to go in that bitch and be like, no.
Well, when I'm going to work, my driving to work is some type of gospel playlist. I think I listen to gospel while I go to work because if I don't listen to gospel, I can't be too lit going into work because music is an energy to me, and I feed off that energy. And once it start hitting, I go from there. So I have to go in there with a real mellow song. Like, so Encourage Yourself by, what is it, Tri-State All-Stars, I think it's called. Like, just really, like, honestly, going to work, anything Kirk Franklin. Because I have to mellow my head out, right? Yeah. I have to be in a very great, because my new prayer I've been praying is for my new job. God, tell me what you want. You placed me in this position. What is it you would like me to do? Don't order my steps. Use me as a vessel. Step in. So I'm really, when I go to work, I try to operate from a space of, this is my purpose. This is my calling. The Lord has me here. It ain't me, it's him. Oh, did I just say the Lord? And he gonna play this? Wait, we can't pay Rick Ross. Only so much now. What is it, 20 seconds?
What?
Hey.
What?
As you can tell, we have different topics. So I'm listening to a good Kirk Franklin or Total Praise. I probably listen to Total Praise once a day.
And I'm going to work talking about these niggas can't hold me back. These colonizers won't hold me back. Hey. These colonizers won't hold me back.
Same.
These colonizers won't hold me back.
All right. So
when I'm cleaning,
got that. Okay, cleaning. Go ahead.
When I'm cleaning, I usually listen to a Kanye West, what's the name? Playlist on Apple Music. So it's like a Kanye West Essentials, and that shit bang.
Yeah.
It take all the good Kanye West songs, and filter all the garbage and put it all in there, and like that'll give you a nice little bop.
Yeah, Kanye's good though. Mm-hmm. He got his own things. Yeah, but he is good. When I'm cleaning and cooking, I'll add that to it. I got a clean Anita Baker going. I got a clean Anita Baker and Al Green playing. So you can tell how good I'm cooking on what Anita Baker song is playing. Will you say that, Nero? When you come in the door and you hear it, what happens?
Doom, doom.
What? Hey, dude, that mean a stew on the stove. Hey, dude. I feel like when you cook, you got to put your soul. You can't cook quick.
I'm like, oh, Naomi up in this bitch cooking.
Come on, release more ticket dates. I know she got Atlanta for Mother's Day. Release more. So I'm definitely an Anita Baker type of girl when I'm cooking. An Al Green girl when I'm cooking and cleaning. When I'm cleaning, I go more for jazz. Mm-hmm. So I definitely listen to a lot of Billie Holiday. Like I told you, I listen to Tony Bennett. I listen to Coltrane. I listen to Herbie Hancock. But Coltrane, my dude. I can just sit back and listen to Coltrane. Like, Coltrane be so cold with it. It's times I done came and just sat on my couch and was like, this nigga is playing my feelings. So I listen to a lot of that. I kind of have an eclectic play. I kind of have an old, like, I don't get onto new music until, like, really, really late.
Yes.
So all, like, current music, I'm not on that until late.
Yeah, because now we talking about, I love this Plain Jane song with Nick in the Mouth. I said, baby.
Because I listen to trap music, right? But I'm not a trap music for, like, I can't tell you the latest artist. Like, that's how I feel like I was getting old, because they all have colored dreadlocks and they kind of confuse me. What else do I like to listen to? When I'm getting dressed, I like to listen to, like, a good, of course, Beyonce, a good Erykah Badu, too. A good Erykah Badu, a good Jill Scott. What'd you like to do when you get dressed?
Spody Opie, Dopalicious.
Oh, Outkast.
Damn, Jane. Who the fuck want to fuck with Hollywood Cole?
Oh, my goodness. Nero.
Damn, Jane.
Something else. You know who, believe it or not, who I listen to when I get dressed? What? You probably know this. I love a good Rick James.
Oh, my
and
God.
Tina Marie. Oh, my God. You talking about getting lit, getting dressed?
Fire and desire.
Yeah, that's the end. That's the end.
Now, I wish I can just sing. Maybe I'll serenade you right now.
Oh, my goodness. A good Rick James bop or Parliament? Mm-hmm. Are you serious? You couldn't tell me I'm not fly. Because I listen to songs that you can't do nothing but start dancing to. Mm-hmm. And what was the other? What you working? Well, I don't work out too much. Oh. Well, usually when I work out, I listen to podcasts. I know that's strange. But what do you do? What do you?
Ghetto Tech, Detroit Ghetto Tech. I using that, and I usually listen to like the latest trap.
Yeah. Maybe I said when I'm working out. That's why I just listen to I never know the names of the artists. I listen to that. I'm trying to see what's the other moments he asked for music.
I think that was it.
Running, cleaning, working out. What motivates you? What about when you're working? That's to the work. I know you don't be like, these niggas don't hold me back at work.
When I'm working, I just listen to podcasts. So I usually listen to, like, my favorite podcast, The Read, Black Guy Who Tips, Where's My 40 Acres, Joe Budden Podcast, and a bunch of other stuff.
So when I'm working, not at the
Inner Hole Uprising.
Yes, Inner Hole Uprising is hilarious.
Yeah.
I would like to reach out to them. Like, I think maybe after our year episode, whatever we decide we're doing there, like, I want us to do some more reaching out to collaborations. Mm-hmm. I think I'm almost a little nervous to reach out and collaborate, because you know how you reach out, you be like, oh, they're going to be so cool, and then they not.
Yeah.
And Naomi's not going to hold her tongue. Because I have nothing to lose.
That's the one thing about Naomi. You're like, Nero, I don't know about reaching out to these other podcasts, because if they turn me down, I don't know. And if not I can even turn it down.
I could take a turn down, but a disrespectful turn down. Mm-hmm. Wait a minute. You can it's a way to respectfully turn someone down, right? But I don't have time for trash, and I'm not doing that. But I would say listening to music. What Bot Story ain't no music. But when I'm working, so prepping for the podcast, or when I do get back in the work swing, I would say actually that's when I start listening to current music. Mm-hmm. So that's when I listen to the SZA. Y'all know, like, Sam Smith latest CD. I'm calling it right now. He's sweeping the Grammys next year. When I tell you that CD was amazing,
it was
really good.
It was good.
So Sam Smith, a couple of Adele songs. It was a moment where I was listening back to All I Ask, and I would just start crying.
But you remember what Crystal said? You can't root for these white faves because
they're always gonna let you down. Yeah. Adele, Sam Smith, please don't do it. Well, my mama can't stand Adele. She'd be like, she just stole our Negro spirituals and made money. I said, what? She said, she's like she's singing Negro spirituals. I don't like that. I was like, really?
Yeah, she does.
I was like, what about Sam Smith? Mama, he all right. But I listen to them, SZA, all the current stuff. That's what I would say too. Mm-hmm. I don't have a space really to listen to Cardi B music. Like, it'd be like in passing. Maybe the shower. The shower is another place I listen to a lot of music because we have like a speaker in our shower.
Yeah.
And that's when I'll just do a mix of everything. Yeah, but this was a great question.
It was.
Y'all let us know what y'all listening to. As you can tell, Nero's more up to date. I listen to old stuff. So if y'all want old school recommendations, I told you I listen to everything from, like I said, Al Green to Ellis Fitzgerald.
But yeah, that's the thing. Like, I still got my DJ roots, so I'm always looking for something new.
Coltrane. Actually, I ain't did a Coltrane in a while. I think I might have to pull him on up. Ooh, Coltrane. Woo! Come on.
Alrighty. Shout out Friday.
Shout out Friday.
So as always, leave us a 5-star rating review on Apple Podcasts and on Stitcher. This week we have no reviews for nobody.
Oh, what?
It's okay.
You know what it is? Because I keep saying what's unique about our community is we in the struggle together, right? So the folks we talk to, folks either in a relationship, trying to get in a relationship, working, going to school, like we are actively doing stuff. And this time is busy because it's like spring break, ain't it, y'all?
It's April.
So it is April. So folks in higher ed, I call it April. Because it's always some shit popping off and everything needed to have been done yesterday. And I'm like, why didn't we do this in February?
Motherfuckers trying to graduate.
Yeah. So
I didn't want to walk across stage.
And then everybody getting them notice to say, guess what, sis?
You ain't graduating.
To August or January. And that can be hurtful feelings. So I understand. So we understand if y'all just listening in past. And we know you're going to shoot back up right in May. When folks get time off.
Yeah,
this one's going to shoot
vacation
back off.
time.
Yeah, they get to recoup.
Yeah, so we got emails.
You want to start reading?
Yeah, so we got a couple from Juliana. The first one says updates. Says, don't worry about updates being too long. I love hearing about these transitions.
Thank you. We be worried about that sometimes, but we got to stay true. We say in the intro it's our therapy session. So this is a way for us to process and get stuff out and not leave it pent up. So we appreciate you being cool with that.
Right. The other one she sent was, subject was Cosby. She said, y'all, I used to work with the Cosby couple, with Cosby a couple times, a few years before this mess. What I thought was dope and unique about it was how he handled these things. Now is suspect as hell.
Yeah.
I might need to send y'all a voicemail.
Please do.
Oh shit!
Because that's what I think it keeps going.
Send that voicemail.
Because isn't it this dissonance about Bill Cosby that it's like he fucked up, right? I get that, but I don't know. It's something more to this story too. And how do you get both sides of the story, right? So he definitely has to pay for what he did and. If he overstepped boundaries, absolutely. But it's something else to this story, too. I don't know what the something else. It's just that intuition, that gut. Well, it's something else to this fucking story. Bill, we ain't forget about you, nigga. You did some inappropriate shit. But it's something else going on here, too.
But the thing is, when you deal with like lawyers and all this shit, especially this high profile, you'd never know.
No, yeah.
Everything.
They'd be like, well, what done happened, Bill? Again, we ain't forget. You don't supposed to treat women a certain way, touch them. Like, no, that's wrong, Bill. We going to handle that. But it seemed like something missing too, don't it?
It is.
I don't know what it is though.
Go ahead and read the next email from Kiera.
All right. Its subject says quarter life crisis. She broke it up. And equal pay my ass. It says, y'all, I saw episode 127 exactly what I'm going through. I turned 25 last month and have been stressing myself out. Everything y'all spoke about was exactly how I've been thinking. FYI, sorry for the lengthiness. It's okay. I was working with a bunch of rich white people who were very open about their salaries, and I was one of the 2 black people who worked there, and the other black woman was assimilated. There was a bunch of fuck shit happening, and they didn't think I understood what was happening because I was black. For example, when I got hired on salary, which I now feel is a trap, I attempted to negotiate my pay. They said, "Oh, you're getting paid the amount the same see." That about same amount as Becky, so it's about right. Mind you, me, Becky, and I are the same age. I ended up talking to a guy who was 2 years older than me and asked how much he got paid, and he told me, and I got pissed because he didn't do shit. Come on, but do you see how open white people is? Like, when they gonna take their money?
Look, I made $250,000 last year.
Literally, I was working my ass off trying to appease these people, and I was getting paid significantly less money compared to him, who barely did work and fucking party with the boys' clubs. America knows women get paid significantly less, but yet companies aren't doing shit to change it besides putting that they're equal opportunity employer on their application. Equal opportunity for who? For what? So my age created this glass ceiling, for my salary cap. Ageism is real as fuck, not to mention stereotyping me. That's a whole nother story. All I would say is I was described as confrontational, bossy, irritable, even though I was in a position that required me to be the boss of people. I will own irritability. Dealing with their rich fuck shit was irritating, and there was a lot of it from 6 a.m. to 11 p.m.
Damn.
Jesus. Woo!
You know, that rich people fuck shit
Is a different level.
It is a different level.
Because there's a sense of arrogance and dismissal.
Yeah.
That is like, wait, you will not just dismiss me.
Like even working with the startup.
It's being dismissed.
And he's like, oh yeah, don't worry about it. And it's like, motherfucker, you ain't never had a job before.
They just don't know how to take a black woman telling them what to do. They wanted me to be like the other black lady that was there, but I'm not one to deal with fuck nigga shit too long. I just removed myself from the equation. Even on my last day, the HR rep came up to me and said, I understand why you're leaving. People are very unprofessional and this company is poorly managed. Mind you, this was the CEO's closest friend. The CEO hired all of his homies. I wish I could put that on my cover letter. Come on. Come on. I studied Pan-African Studies in college, so I was put on game about this country. Nyambi, I know I'm going back to school for a more lucrative degree. Laughing my ass off. I actually got accepted into a program in Washington for project management. Yep, that shit you can transfer.
Yeah,
strategic leadership, strategy development, that can be transferable across all types of fields. I was working in sports, which is highly male-dominated field. So they thought because I was a young black woman, I was naive and dumb to what the fuck they were doing. But I peeped everything. They also thought I should have been happy and kept quiet with what they were giving me, even though I knew it was bullshit. Golden handcuffs are real.
Mm-hmm.
They want you to stay in your place. They want you to sit there and take your money and go sit down somewhere.
Right. Go play.
Fast forward to this quarter life crisis. I've been out of work for a while, and I've been stressing myself out like no other because I don't want to, because I don't want it to look bad on my resume. But I need a break in my life. I am applying for jobs. Now I'm realizing that I don't even know what I am passionate about. But the word I keep getting is keep trying different stuff until something sticks. I've been applying, but all these jobs want me to have more experience. But I don't know how to get experience if I don't have a job. This is especially true with trying to switch career fields. I will do an internship, but I have been paid a certain amount of money to sustain because these bills are no joke. During this crisis, I took a week and a half to go to Japan and visit my boyfriend. He in Japan?
Oh,
right.
Konnichiwa.
This has been the first real break that I've had in 8 years, when I didn't have to worry about anything but being present in the moment. It was very refreshing since it was my first international trip. So now that I have traveled and saw how other people are living, I am now on a mission to really create a healthy work-life balance, because even though I'm an American citizen, I don't have American values. I believe I belong on an island and I should be tending to my farmland, feeding my puppies, chickens, and goats, and taking daily walks on the beach.
Good.
Come on. I feel like I should be enjoying my 20s, but the major emphasis is about making money because y'all spoke to it. I don't have the luxury of going back home. All the kids that have moved out, and my parents are learning to be with each other alone again. So I don't want to fuck that up. But yes, I'm navigating and attempting this adulting right now. And I hate when people ask me what's my plan because I'm trying to figure it out. Figure it fucking out with fucking Sally Mae on my neck. Haha. Sally Mae do play too much. I need Donald Trump to go shut that down. If he's going to do any more fuckboy shit, shut down all this. Shut down Sally Mae and just say no.
Mm-hmm.
But I really don't have a plan besides trying to figure out what will make me happy. But not everyone understands that. Yeah, that's what my crisis has been for the last several months. A lot of unexpected shit popping up and me just rolling with the punches, even though I'm very overwhelmed. I don't know how people can have a facade that if they have it all together when in reality they don't, because I'll be the first person to say, nope, my shit is not together, but I'm trying. Exactly. Can I just say lastly, I'm thankful for y'all because this hour or hour and a half gets me out of my grind mode, that I really need that. I personally don't care that your check-ins are long. Ha ha ha. It's nice to hear from y'all. I know I've said it before, but for real, y'all are a bomb. I just want to share. If y'all have any advice to me, let a sister know. Love, Key. It's real.
Yeah. It's real, and
it is real, right? Mm-hmm. And having these quarter life crises and navigating through it, and it's okay to take a break. It's okay to not know what we want, but the theme is making this a community conversation.
You know one way that can help? I don't know if you got kids, Key. Yeah. Go sign up for that Peace Corps. Take your ass.
Peace Corps might be good.
Go somewhere for 2 years. Corps. Peace Corps to pay for no student loans and put all your other loans and shit on hold.
Yep.
And your ass
interest.
will be and go somewhere.
And that's work experience. You can live on the island. They got it because we was looking at the one in Jamaica.
Yeah, we was looking at the one for Jamaica and go teach and learn some patois.
Come on,
and teach them English. Well, Ebonics.
Allegedly. No, we was gonna talk a good game, but we was gonna go in there and just teach them the tits and trade of America.
Right.
Is this how what y'all want to come here?
Right.
We can teach y'all that. All this ain't gonna help right here, but we gonna teach you. Near Nayambi a teacher.
Mm-hmm. So I would say. Goat. Yes, because I love a good goat. I love a goat.
Be the queen of curry goat.
Goat.
Come on. So looking to Peace Corps. Also looking to remote year.
Remote year is another good one.
Yeah.
But I would say use that. You use that time so you can be constructive. So you're doing something with your hands. So you can go do Peace Corps for 2 years or whatever.
Peace Corps ain't no joke.
It ain't no joke.
But I think you will be cut for it.
But when you come back, you'll already know, and you'll be well traveled because. You be traveled.
Because Peace Corps, you ain't going to Orlando, Florida.
No. But, niggas in Peace Corps be traveling and shit on their little breaks and shit.
With each other, yeah.
Yeah, so, be partying up. Yeah. So you'll be traveled. You'll be out of the States, so you don't have to worry about this fuck shit.
By the time you come back, Donald Trump won't be the president.
Yeah, so you also have experience that you put it on for the meantime because people are like, oh, you was at the Peace Corps? Like, yeah. And now it's an interesting story that you can talk about that.
It stands out.
I was in... Mali doing blah, blah, blah. Or I was in Jamaica, teaching English or, whatever, building houses, like whatever it is.
Yeah, Peace Corps. I think that's speaking. For some reason, that's speaking to me.
I think, those are things that in the meantime, especially for us, because we, niggas just ain't got the money to just go and travel the world with a backpack and be okay. Like, we ain't putting ourselves in different hostels and shit like that.
We be scared.
I'm not. Yeah,
that's
niggas is
scary. That's most stress.
That's too much. But if it's Peace Corps, you got a host home. You there.
There's some type of structure, infrastructure in place. Yeah, I recommend looking into different organizations like that. So Peace Corps and Remote Year, or even if you're looking more locally, like City Year. Working with the children and the youth. Again, you're not being paid tons, but it's enough to keep you afloat.
Right.
Keep your bills paid, doing something for the community, and also it just provides you a little bit more flexibility than you would get if you had a traditional 9 to 5, right? But you're still helping your community. And then last thing I'm gonna say. Do you have a business in your heart? Mm-hmm. Do you want to be an entrepreneur? Is there something that you want to grow and build? This is the time to start trying to do it and see what happens.
Okay. Mm-hmm. All righty, we got one from Shan. The subject is Teddy P episode was too funny. Mm-hmm. I bust out laughing multiple times at work. If y'all do a live show, I want to come. Forget about my kids and all. Yeah. Your girl Shan is coming.
You need a little children at the home. Somebody gonna watch them.
But I have a babysitter.
Yeah.
Still waiting on that dang merch.
That's Nero.
I enjoyed this episode so much. Okay, I'm about to have some West Coast fam soon.
Yep.
I whisper early.
Yep.
Congratulations on banging them CCs out.
Come on.
I need y'all Addy so I can send y'all my books.
Yes.
Plan A Division for Fearless Generation.
All right.
To get some feedback. And if you two know anyone who is a middle school or high school teacher or a company that works with youth, please let me know.
Yeah, we got a couple.
I want to be a push for the youth through my experience. Mm-hmm. Love y'all. Big ups for doing this marathon run. Black folks with a purpose. Always appreciate. Peace and love. Jan.
Yes.
What's up, girl?
Yes. Am I reading this one? You can read it.
You can go ahead.
The other one, the next one is also from Kiara. It says, first of all, the message says, hey, fam, first of all, I'm a proud member of the Beehive, and I need clarification from Nero. See, the Beehive don't play. The Beehive be coming through with citations and sources. That's why I always clarify. On episode 125, y'all stated Aaliyah was like Beyonce. Nero said that. What exactly do you mean, sir? Because no, I didn't say that. And Nero is allegedly an Aaliyah fan. I just wanted to be transparent and explicit. They have completely different sounds. They have completely different stage presence. The only comparison I see is they had backup dancers, but the energy was different. That's shady, Kira. She said the only difference is they had backup dancers.
I am not about to be arguing with no Beehive.
Plus, since we're on the topic, I feel comfortable with some of the songs putting in the context. Now that she only 15 when she came out with her album, married R. Kelly, who was 27. Don't get me wrong. She could sing, but that was some weird shit. I have my own thing. I ain't want to bring that up about Aaliyah. Because I know y'all be loving her. Nero, that same question's directed at you.
No comment. I will not argue with Beehive.
I'll help you. Hey,
let me finish. Because I also get Beehive emails as well.
Did you say you get Beehive?
I'm just saying.
I think Beyonce polished it, right? So I think what you were trying to say is Aaliyah open cracked doors for Beyonce. So without no Aaliyah, there could be no Beyonce. Like, and just like before them, and without no Aretha, without no, like, it's every Black woman who broke down records and crossed over has helped crack the door for somebody else. So Beyonce's cracking the door, or busting the door open
for somebody
that's come behind her. Is that what you're meaning? Yes. I hope.
But that's what I was saying is that.
But I know the sound ain't the same.
Not musically, but trajectory wise.
Absolutely not.
Because like Aaliyah was in movies and had big ass. Yeah.
Everybody, each one teach one. Sankofa.
Yes.
She's Sankofa.
Exactly. And then here y'all coming for me.
Aaliyah did have some stuff going on. And I ain't gonna bring it up, God rest the dead. But she did have a lot of interesting energy from even the men she chose. So
Absolutely.
Allegedly R. Kelly, allegedly Damon Dash. Like, that's a lot. Damon Dash, could you imagine?
I'm just saying.
Being with that nigga? Jesus.
I was gonna say something else, but I'll keep
What
it to
was you
myself.
gonna say? Don't do that. I know what juxtaposition you're trying to cross.
That's why I say I keep it to myself.
But no, just like Crystal said, words means things.
That's why I keep it to myself.
And mean what you say.
That's why I'm keeping it to
myself. So I'm
myself.
hoping that we cleaned that up.
Hopefully.
Appropriate love, because I have no comment.
Okay.
Because I never compared.
But just know, y'all niggas come for me. Y'all catch these block hands.
I still got to get I'm still going to get her the lip gloss. I think it comes out in June. I'm still going to support that, though, just because. But what Issa say? Because we Black.
Yeah, because we Black.
So I'm going to go buy that MAC $20 lip gloss, whatever it is. All right, what we got?
We got one for Black Love Matters on the website from Natasha.
Yeah.
In regards to episode 124, when we was talking about barbershop culture. And it said, randomly start listening to this podcast on through Spotify. My fiance and I must have died laughing while in the bed last night listening to Niram explain why he held his glasses at the barbershop.
Because Niram never been nowhere.
We are only one episode in, but plan to listen to more. I keep telling y'all.
Niram never been nowhere.
What you talking about? I'm not giving my barber my motherfucking glasses. Some shit pop off, and I got to run the fuck out.
You're to see.
Shit, I got to be able to see.
Like a horror movie, you've been tripped.
That's why I hold them in my hand. So if shit pop off, I'm getting the hell out with the cape on and everything.
No,
and I'm driving. I'm getting in the car and I'm driving away. But if shit pop off in the barber and my glasses,
can't see.
And my glasses over there on the barbershop stand where his clippers and shit at, that's a whole nother step. I might get got. Yeah. So I need that extra step to get the hell out of here. Yeah.
Oh my goodness, Detroit.
Shit.
What was the barbershop you talking about on Wyoming and what?
Damn. No comment.
My father knows what barbershop we talk about.
Mm-hmm.
What precautions did you take when you go to the barbershop?
I had my gun.
Shut up.
I did.
You did not.
On
purpose?
Did. Yes.
It ain't that bad.
Nyambi.
It's over there about Puritan.
Yes. It's over there about PA. Hell yeah, I got my gun.
Puritans. Them pilgrims. I like to call them the pilgrims, the first niggas.
Yes. I had my gun in the barbershop.
Shout out to y'all, shout out to y'all niggas out there on Puritan. Do people still live there?
Probably.
The humans?
Shit.
Shout out to Puritan.
And the thing is, it's not the barbershop I'm worried about, because I know everybody in the barbershop got guns.
Niggas outside.
It's the niggas outside the barbershop.
That's circling.
Because that's the thing about barbershops in the hood and stuff. These niggas don't take card or nothing.
No, just
they only
cash.
take cash. So, and they probably most of the time they doing some illegal shit.
Okay.
Running numbers, selling a little weed, bootlegs, and things of that sort. So, what you gonna do? Call the police?
And you wait on the Detroit police.
Yeah. Who got?
Remember they were shutting the Detroit police station down at 4:00.
Who got 10 to 2 hours?
Come on. Yes, I ain't never heard no mess like that. The police talking about you call the police station, you get like a voicemail.
Right, we're closed.
What? When y'all niggas open?
For why?
Ain't that what taxes paid? They say y'all niggas ain't paying taxes. You ain't getting no water. You ain't getting no police.
Mm-hmm.
You take a gun.
Yes.
Oh my God. Did you go early or late? It don't matter.
It didn't matter. That's what I had my CCW for.
You say everybody in the shop had a gun?
Yes.
Even the barber?
Yes.
Even the one who did yours?
Yes.
Lord, no.
He had a gun too.
Oh my God. It scares me to think.
And I know we got this gun conversation going on, and I'm with y'all with this.
But when you're on Puritan.
But when in Rome.
When in Rome. You can't be the only one in there not. One of these things don't match.
One of these things don't match. I'm in Detroit. Everybody got gun but me. And not supposed to feel safe?
Not on Puritan.
Look.
Okay. Shout out to, I'm sure we got listeners out there. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to Puritan Town, to Wyoming.
We got a couple voicemails.
Okay.
Let's see if we can pull them up.
Go pull them up. Yeah, I'm just trying to digest this.
What? Shit, but the thing is, ain't nobody had no AK-47s, M16.
Yeah, it's different, right?
Niggas had like 40
machine guns.
40 Glocks and shit.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Got it.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Miriam and Naomi. It's Shalonda.
Hey.
And I'm in the middle of listening to episode 125. Number one, Naomi, if you were pregnant, you would not want everybody touching your belly because everybody don't got good energy.
I told
you
her.
I truly believe that you cannot pass that on.
Yeah.
Well, you can pass it on through the belly, so no. When I was pregnant, do not
Don't
touch
touch
my belly.
me.
Don't
Right.
ask me.
Fuck around and put a root on you.
What kind of spirit you got going on?
Not the roots.
Number two, no the hell we do not celebrate somebody's death. That is so weird. And I thought it was weird that it was all over TV and they doing all kinds of marches and stuff.
Yeah.
And I understand celebrating somebody's life, but celebrate the assassination and
It was weird,
that
wasn't it?
term, nah, I wasn't cool with.
Yeah, I
So
thought it was weird.
I'm almost done listening to this episode, but I just had to call in because I'm talking to y'all while I'm listening to it, and I'm just like, let me just send this voicemail real quick.
I thought it was weird too.
Talk to you guys later. Bye.
And I'm for the culture. If our culture, we're gonna do this to support MLK, right? Okay, I'll certain stuff I'll get on the bus with, even where I'm like, I don't know. But I just didn't understand the purpose in us maybe celebrating is not the right word.
Mm-hmm.
Right word. Maybe they were bringing awareness to his assassination, but it didn't feel like awareness. It felt like a celebration.
Right.
Because if we're talking about awareness, we need to talk about how the FBI and the U.S. government, trolled his fucking family for years before, during, and after, right? We need to talk about like the different stuff that went into this happening to this man and the lack of protections. Like those are the conversations I want to have, not, a full gospel fest on, his life and we shall overcome. No, we need to have some real conversations, and that should have led into conversations about privacy, right?
No. You know what? I was going to say something, but I was going to keep it to myself again.
What? Okay.
Because what do y'all do on Good Friday? Y'all celebrate the day that nigga died.
Oh, wait a minute. No, it's quiet reflection and meditation. The day they put my Lord down. Okay? You hear me?
What?
In his last 7 words.
Oh, exactly. So Martin Luther King had a bunch of words.
Come on now.
I'm
Don't
just
do this.
saying.
I don't want to argue with you. We had a good episode. Next voicemail.
I'm just saying.
Talking about what do you celebrate when Jesus died?
What y'all do on Good Friday?
Wait a minute. Because
Every year.
it's different. Because he rose again. Okay, we're not doing this. Next voicemail now.
Clean it up. When I tell you that boy went in that bank and cleaned up 4+ accounts, give me my money. Ooh, these seats are comfy. I'll wait. I'm driving home from working 16 hours today from 2 jobs, and I am in tears over the fact that you went into that bank, Miriam.
Again. I said the bank
And you
limitation.
cleaned up these folks'
accounts.
accounts. Along with his mama's $60 in her purse. Give me my money, please. When I tell you, you about that business. You about that business. And every cent, ma'am, that 10 cents too in that purse in the corner, next to the cracker crumbs, I need that.
Thank you. I work for this. She's silly.
It's so funny. I'm not even finished this episode. But I'm sure when I'm finished this episode, I will call back with more to say. And Naomi, you already know who this is.
Yes, I know.
This is Jan.
I know.
This is your loyal listener, okay? This is hilarious.
It is. We don't have
Naomi, congrats. I know you're about to give us the proper,
the Lord is good.
info on the new job, but congrats.
Thank you.
I mean, I felt like I knew you were going to get that.
Yeah. Thank you.
I mean, it was only a time.
Thank you.
But congrats.
Perfect.
Goodbye to the box store. Yeah. I mean, you love the Chronicles. You'll miss it. But, we need to move forward.
We got to move
not
forward.
Backwards.
Nope. Yep.
But I'm still listening.
All right.
I'll be back.
All right. Neil, you did clean out the accounts. He made that old woman go get her, that's probably her money for groceries.
Look, You got to do what you got to do.
But I was even surprised when Near was like, I'll come back tomorrow.
I'll come back tomorrow.
But they knew Near. I'm like, because if this ain't come, because they think they knew. I think they knew if it wasn't together by tomorrow, Near was going to make a scene.
Oh, yeah, I was.
So
absolutely.
They were like, the mom was like, let's get this handled now.
Oh, absolutely.
Because the other ones we can handle. But this one, we don't want.
You ain't the one.
And the thing, not even a scene at the bank, they would just come back and there's no online presence.
Yeah. So here's the thing, like, you know, and this is the reason why I called my own shots at that place. A, I got 2 masters. Yeah. B, I got the experience, and I'm a social media marketing genius in this shit. Jesus. And C, I came in there with my own shit. So I went there with my own laptop, my own keyboards, and everything else.
Yeah.
Like, so I do what the fuck I want to.
Yeah.
So not have my shit together.
Let's see what's gonna be.
Even though I give y'all passwords, there's still other passwords for me to get in access in.
Yeah.
So fuck with me if you want to, and fuck with my money. Yeah. And guess what? Ain't gonna be nothing but dick pics on all their websites.
Oh my goodness, no. Just make it go black.
No.
Say, what is it? This website's under construction.
No. Because I want them niggas to know.
He said it's gonna come up. They're gonna get cited by the state. This is inappropriate. All righty. That was a good Friday episode.
It was. So as always, to submit a question for to submit your Black Love story, go to blacklovematters.com to submit get it out.
Whoa, swish.
To submit a question for Kitchen Table Talk, shoot us an email at blacklovematters@gmail.com. That's black with no K. And you want to leave a comment, go on over to the website, leave us voicemails. You know the funny thing, Shan, is that I almost picked it up. Because sometimes Skype phone calls come to my cell phone.
We're going to do that one time. We're just going to be like, hey, what's up?
And I was like, this is Shan. Like, because I see the number. I was like, this is Shan.
Yeah.
I was like, I should pick
what
this shit up and fuck with her ass.
We think about that for the year episode. Just be like, just on the phone. Hey, what's up?
Right. And like, whenever we get voicemails.
What y'all doing?
Because they just, sometimes the Skype stuff go to my phone because I log in and check the voicemails and stuff like that. And I forget to log out. So it's like Skype call. And I was like, that's Shan. I was like, do I want to fuck with her right now? Yeah. So we'll talk to y'all later. Remember, love is ever evolving.
Peace.
Peace.